Hey guys, Frecky here with A Gamer's Journey to Weight Loss. So this is officially the third week that I've been doing this, and it is my weigh-in day. So I'm gonna get right into that, and there are the numbers. I'm at 368 now, and I lost 0.2 pounds this week and 8.8 total. So I'm not happy, but I'm not like completely upset. Like it's still a decrease rather than an increase, but it's still frustrating when, you know, I work really hard and the scale barely moves. Especially I need to let go of the last time that I lost weight, because when I did that, like, I dropped like 5 pounds a week. That, like, for the first few months, it just melted off. I was also like 25 and a little bit easier, maybe not 25, but in my 20s, and it was easier on a body back then versus nowadays. I guess it's not. So with that, I do have a few theories after talking to people in the app and talking to a couple of friends, and I'm allowed 71 bites a day, and I'm averaging 45 bites a day this week. So, like, there were some days that I had straight up 30 points left over at the end of the day, or 30 bites. It's still hard saying bites, but anyway, so that is a lot less. Or, like, let's just say I'm allowed 2994 calories, and I've been averaging like 1700 calories. In my head, it makes sense. Like, oh, okay, well, if having 2994 calories will help me lose weight, having less than that, like, that'll help me lose it even better. So the theory is not having enough calories or bites will actually slow down your metabolism and kind of not work. It's, in my head, it shouldn't make sense. I guess I have that mentality. But obviously, this week, it seems a little bit accurate. The other theory is, this one's mine. Like, I talk a lot about how I eat ramen, like, way too much, or anything that is super cheap, because it's within my points and it's what I can afford. And with that, there is a lot of sodium. So I noticed a few days ago, I think it was Friday, that I stepped on the scale just to check. Usually I step on there, I'm like, oh, okay, good, I'm gonna keep going. And I noticed that I was up 2 pounds. So that's where I started thinking maybe the sodium, and honestly haven't been drinking enough water, so I'm working on that. And so sodium retains water, and then not drinking enough water, that could be a factor. So Friday I was like, all right, or I think it was Thursday, and then I had Friday and Saturday to like try to make up for it. So yeah, Friday and Saturday I didn't do the ramen at all. I switched to other stuff. Actually, I put some chicken in the air fryer, and then I got this bag of cauliflower tater tots, and I found this awesome barbecue sauce. It's a local brand, G. Hughes. I forgot what it's called. I can look it up. But like, that's only one bite for like a half a cup of that barbecue sauce, which obviously I'm not gonna eat a half a cup. So it's like 0 points or 0 bites if it's less than that. And so I did that yesterday and Friday, and instead of being up 2 pounds, I'm down 0.2. So that could tie into the theory of having too much sodium in my diet. Not exactly sure. Although typically a lot of times when they cut things down to make it healthier, so that it has less sugar, has, less calories, the sodium level goes up. Like, say with that barbecue sauce. Okay, so yesterday. So yeah, G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce, hickory flavor. I just plugged it in a half a cup, just to whatever, and it is 800 milligrams of sodium. So that has high sodium. And actually, while I'm here, just gonna, out of curiosity, the Veggie Tots. I did not decrease my sodium at all by avoiding ramen. For the entire bag, which is 29 pieces, it's a lot of them. Whatever. That was my lunch and dinner, but it's only 12 bites. But it is 1,788.3 milligrams of sodium. So I had a lot of sodium yesterday and Friday too. The chicken breast, I've never really looked at sodium on there. 315 milligrams for the amount of chicken breast that I had. So, yeah, maybe the sodium's still tied into that, on top of the fact of not having enough points. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm still trying to call this a win. I still lost weight. It's not fast. It's not how much I was wanting to lose. But it's still a loss. It's not a gain. So I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. I'm not trying not to be too frustrated about it. I'm cranky right now. I'm like whatevering, because especially after such a good loss last week while having pneumonia. And then this week, all right, I'm healthy. I'm doing better. And also I've not been exercising as much. So that's a factor. I did, however, one day, was that Thursday? Because I think the official release was Friday. So yes. So Thursday, I got the new Harry Potter Wizards Unite game, which is the Harry Potter version of Pokemon Go. And so me and a friend, we went out for like 2 hours. So we were walking around. I was sweaty by the time I got back home and playing the game. And it's actually really fun. If you haven't tried it yet, download it. It's cool. Especially if you live in a city like I do. Like, I can walk 2 blocks up the street and there's a bunch of, they are called greenhouses and inns in this game. I keep calling them Pokestops. But there's a bunch near me. I live right next to a park. It's called Tower Grove Park, and there's a ton over there. So yeah, so it's really fun. And you walk around while playing it, because to do things you need to move. You need to get access to it. I can't just sit here and play it. Like, I can for a little bit, but you need spell power, and I'm going to run out of spell power, and you need to go to an inn or a greenhouse to get more. So and it's more complicated than Pokemon Go, because Pokemon Go, I still play, not as often, but I still play, and it's typically when I go to work, I turn it on when I get in the car. The very first stop sign I go to is where the Pokestops are, and that's the street that I was talking about. And you can just click and spin real quick. On Wizards Unite, you click on them, it opens them up, you've got to do a little thing to cast a spell, and if you move a little bit at all, you're instantly out of range. Plus, the GPS is still a little wonky on it, so I've noticed if I turn it on while I'm in the car, my character's not moving and whatevering. So I'm sure it's glitchy just because now everybody knows the game's out, and so the servers are going to be a little wonky. I'm actually hoping to play some today, and we'll see if it works better while walking rather than in the car. But anyway, so that was pretty much the only activity I got outside of normal work, and so it was not a lot of that. So I have 3 factors going into it this week when mentally I thought I was doing great. I'm like leaving extra points, I'm not eating all of them, I switched to healthier foods, but then when you look at it, I'm not eating enough, so my metabolism's slowing down. That's one. I'm eating way too much sodium. Sodium's in everything. I don't even know how to avoid having as much sodium as I am with the foods that I'm trying to choose. But I'm going to be paying better attention to that. But anyway, so that's 2. And then number 3, I was not very active. I did not play Just Dance at all this week. That's actually what I'm doing as soon as I finish making this video. I'm going to at least get like 4 songs in, which, that's like 15 minutes, but homeboy's lazy and gets out of breath and all that. So, yeah, so I have those 3 factors going into it. So with those 3 working against me, I guess in theory, I should be happy that I lost anything at all. That I did, lose 0.2 pounds. It's better than Thursday when I checked and it was up 2 pounds, which I'm grateful that I do that. I've been told left and right, do not step on the scale too much. It can discourage you. It can do this. It can do that, whatever. But I do like stepping on it. I don't track. I just step on it, randomly. Like I said, this week it was Thursday, just to see where I'm going so I can mentally check in, be like, oh, okay. Either one, I'm doing great. Let's keep it going. That's motivating, yes. Or two, like, not doing as well as I should. Maybe I need to reevaluate things. And I did reevaluate things. And even though there was more sodium in the food that I switched to, more than I thought, I haven't compared the two. But it's definitely healthier for me than what ramen noodles was. Even though the ramen, I was adding, vegetables to it, or adding, some canned chicken or whatever. Getting chicken and throwing it in the air fryer and cauliflower tots, that's a healthier option. Like, whether it still has too much sodium or not, like, it's chicken and it's cauliflower. So and chicken breast, by the way. But, so at least that was a little bit of wake up for there. And so anyway, yeah, so that was my week. And this week I'm going to do better. And hopefully I have better results next week. But either way, as long as it is not going up, and if it's just going down a little bit, it took me like 5 years to put all this weight back on. I know it's not going to come off overnight. So I got to keep reminding myself that this is week 3, that I normally have mentally checked out of a diet, especially after something depressing like that. Like, normally I had to fight myself. Like, it was really hard. After I stepped on that scale, I was so disappointed. I admit I did look through all of my cabinets, and luckily I didn't have much food here anyway, but there's still some not so great options. There's some instant mashed potatoes in there. There's some like pastaroni in there, whatever. But I looked through it all and I was so close, but I didn't. I was like, no, you know what? It's not what I wanted. It's still a loss. Just behave. And I'm behaving. And also, like, the phone, I mean, it helps. Like, my the TMI Queen, I instantly messaged her about it. My other friend that I game with, I messaged her about it. I went to the iTrack Bites and I posted something on there about it. And so I'm building my support system, so instead of just going and just whatever, I'm quitting, I'm blah blah blahing, whatevering. Especially because the one friend, she said, she's like, don't quit or I'll beat you up. And I'm like, I never even said I was gonna quit. Like, that's on you. I'm not quitting. And even though secretly in my head, I was like, oh my gosh. But also the video, like recording these videos. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have a lot of followers. But knowing that I'm getting on camera is at least going to keep me motivated, because I don't want to let anybody down or, look like a fool. Like, I have a weight loss journey and I'm gaining weight, or just stop it or anything like that. And then with my friends, like, support system. And that is what will help get it through, like help me get through. And hopefully if you're watching and you're on a similar journey, hopefully you're developing ways to have your own support system. Like, I'm sure I've mentioned before in other videos, but if I wasn't getting responses from those people, I'm part of like 2 different Facebook groups that are just general weight loss. One's for LGBT, one's for just general. And then I'm part of I Track Bites Facebook group. I'm part of a Weight Watchers Points Plus weight loss group. And so if I wasn't getting responses from the friends or from the app, my next step was going on there and posting. And between all of them, that is what is so great about social media, is somebody is awake somewhere. I mean, it wasn't that late. I mean, well, it's 9:30 now. It was like 7. So on a Sunday, some people in my area might be asleep, but somebody somewhere is awake and able to respond and just talk to you. And so, as I was saying, if you're on a journey, do that. Set up a support system, just some way so that you can reach out, so that when you know you're gonna be making bad choices, or you're having a frustrating day, you can reach out and talk to somebody, and it helps. Because I was so close, and then people started responding, and it brought me down. And I mean, a little bit was me. I'm not gonna say completely, because I made that decision not to get the food out of the cabinet before checking my phone if anybody responded. But I know myself. I very much would have soon made some bad decisions. So I'm so grateful for everything, for the support systems that I'm able to develop. And yeah. So yeah, that is all there is to really say. Not 100% happy. I'm still a little upset about it. Still a little cranky. Talking it out actually has helped, and I'm not as upset as I was. But it's still a win. The scale still's going down. So I'm repeating that for myself more than I am for you. But so anyway, so if you, as I always say, if you're on a journey, please comment down below. I'd love to support you. And please leave a like, a comment, a subscribe. Because as always, it's all about working together, and that is what's getting me through. So please help, and I'll help you. Thank you guys. See you later.